हेलो फ्रेंड्स, लेट्स अदर डिस्कस ऑफ एनटीए मॉक टेस्ट। ये न्यू पैटर्न का टेस्ट पेपर है, यानी कि जो नीट 2021 जो हुआ है इस पे बेस है। इसमें सेक्शन वाइज डिवाइड है और इससे पहले मैंने एक टेस्ट डाला था जो कि टेस्ट नंबर 4 था और ये टेस्ट नंबर 1 है। गलती से मैंने उसको 1 बोल दिया था जबकि वो 4th नंबर था। मेनी पल्सेस ऑफ डेली यूज बिलोंग टू वन ऑफ द फैमिलीज बिलोंग टू फेविएसी। क्वेश्चन नंबर 2, the number of cytosine base in our DNA molecules is equal to the number of guanine bases, यानी कि एडेनिन प्लस guanine अपॉन थायमीन प्लस साइटोसिन इक्वल टू होता है 1। ये बॉटनी का पार्ट है, बी वाला सेक्शन। क्वेश्चन नंबर 3, फॉर द एक्सप्लॉयटेशंस ऑफ नेचुरल जीन्स द the foremost requirement is collection and preservation of all wild varieties. The In the case of incomplete dominance, the monohybrid F2 generations will show identical genotype and phenotype ratio of 1:2:1. Question number 5. In valvate aestivation, sepals or petals in a hole just touch one another at margins without overlapping as is found in calotropis. Question number 6. An organelles with an internal cross sections showing characteristics 9+2 array is the सीडियम और फ्लैजिलम। ये एनसीईआरटी का डायग्राम है। क्वेश्चन नंबर 7, यहाँ पर बताना इनकरेक्ट। साइटोसिन इज प्राइमरीली कंसर्न्ड विद सेल डिविजन्स, ये करेक्ट है। उसके बाद इथाइलिन ब्रेक सीड एंड बड डॉर्मेंसी, करेक्ट है ना कि इथाइलिन राइपनिंग के लिए जिम्मेदार होता है। फिर ABA स्टिमुलेट्स द ओपनिंग ऑफ स्टोमाटा, नो सप्रेस कर। फिर इथाइलिन इनिशिएट्स जर्मिनेट इन द पी नट सीड स्प्राउटिंग ऑफ पोटैटो ट्यूबर्स, नो। आई थिंक बोथ। ओके। ABA is synergist to gibberellic acid, नो। क्वेश्चन नंबर 8, ये एनसीईआरटी का सीधा डायग्राम दिया हुआ है। यहाँ पर फोटो सिस्टम फर्स्ट और फोटो सिस्टम सेकेंड के बारे में बात हो रही। यहाँ पर देख लीजिए। क्वेश्चन 9, the haploid cell which divides by mitosis to forms embryo sac is functional megaspores. Question 10, for transformations with recombinant DNA, the bacterial cells must first be made component, which means increased efficiency with which DNA enters the bacterium. Question number 11, site of attachment of spindle fibers in chromosomes lies on the sides of chromosomes. Question number 12, the biomass available for consumptions by herbivores and the decomposers is called net primary productivity. Question number 13, the presence of deserts, rain, forest, mangroves, corals, reefs, wetland, estuaries and alpine meadows signify ecological type of biodiversity. Question 14, by the use of biotechnology, the options that cannot be thought for increasing food productions is inorganic agriculture. Question 15, the meristems which occurs in grasses and generates spars removed by the grazing herbivores is intercalary meristems। इस प्रकार 15 क्वेश्चन सेक्शन बी के कंप्लीट होते हैं बॉटनी पर्सन के। अब बॉटनी का सेक्शन नंबर 1 ए, द चीफ वाटर कंडक्टिंग एलिमेंट्स ऑफ जाइलम्स इन जिम्नोस्पर्म्स आर ट्रैकिड्स। Question number 2. What is true about Bt toxins? The inactive protoxins gets converted into an active form in the insect gut. Question number 3. Which one of the followings will not directly affect transpiration's chlorophyll content of leaves? Question number 4. Three levels of biodiversity are genetic diversity, species diversity, and ecological diversity. Question 5. What is true about ecosystems? Producers are more than primary consumers. Question 6. Synapsis is pairing of homologous chromosome. Question 7. Root does not help in the absorption of water in which of the following plants? Pistia. Question 8. A few statements describing certain features of reproductions are given below. Gamete fusions takes place. No, correct. फिर ट्रांसफर ऑफ जेनेटिक मटेरियल टेक्स प्लेस. ये तो फिर प्रोजनी हैज रिजेम्बलेंस टू पेरेंट्स. सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन के यही तो फिर सिलेजनेला हैज टेंडेंसी टू फॉर्म सीड कार्ड seed habit because it's follow heterospory or retention of megaspores permanently inside the megasporangium. Question 10. Which of the following wavelength of light is absorbed maximum for the photosynthesis? Blue light. Question 11. Select the correct statement regarding protein synthesis. When the small subunit of the ribosomes encounters an mRNA, the process of translations begins. Question 12. Select the correct statements related to the following in plants. Some plants require a periodic exposure to light to include flowering, where the flowering is either quantitatively or qualitatively depends on exposures to low temperature, where flowering in plants is due to hormones produced in the shoot apex. Question 13. In which of the following the above type of vascular bundles can be seen dicot stem? Question 14. Generally, the number of integuments in the ovules of angiosperms and gymnosperms is 2 and 1. Question 15. On the basis of symptoms of chlorosis in leaves, a student inferred that this was due to the deficiency of nitrogen. This inference could be correct only if we assume that yellowing of leaves appeared first in old leaves, यानी कि chlorosis. Question 16. यहाँ पर इनकरेक्टली मैच बताना है. ओके. End products of alcoholic fermentations ethanol plus CO2 करेक्ट है. फिर end products of lactic acid fermentations lactic acid plus CO2 नो. ग्लाइकोलिसिस साइटोप्लाज्म में होता है. फिर end product of glycolysis pyruvic acid ये करेक्ट है, लेकिन सेकेंड इज नॉट करेक्ट. Question 17. Androsium and gynosiums are of flower essentials whole. Question 18. In pigment system, first the reaction centers chlorophyll A has absorption maximum at 700 nanometers light. उसके बाद फिर where has in photosystem second the reaction centers chlorophyll A has absorption maximum at 680 nanometer wavelength की light. Question 19. Plants which possesses seed but not fruits are gymnosperms. Question 20. Which of the following palindromic sequence is recognized by ECO-R1? 5' to 3', guanine, cytosine, adenine, thymine, adenine, thymine, 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 adenine, adenine, cytosine, guanine. Question 21. When succinyl coenzyme A is A is converted into succinic acid, the energy storing compounds formed is GTP. Question number 22. Which of the following organisms does not reproduce? Mule? No. Worker? Worker B? No. Infertile humans B? Females? Okay, all of these are not reproduce. क्वेश्चन नंबर 23 जो ए दिया है ये ए रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है माइक्रोपाइल को, बी न्यूसिलस को और सी जो दिया है इम्ब्रायोसैक को और डी चैलाजा को रिप्रेजेंट करता है। क्वेश्चन 24 हु डिस्कवर राइबोसोम्स इन एनिमल सेल्स? पहला डे। क्वेश्चन नंबर 25 कोरोना गॉट द नोबेल प्राइज फॉर जेनेटिक कोड। क्वेश्चन नंबर 63 when homozygous dominant parent is crossed with heterozygous parent, the percentage of offsprings with different phenotype than either parent is 0. Question 27. How many codons actually code for 20 amino acids? 61. Because 3 are nonsense codon. Question 28. Venation is a term used to describe the pattern of arrangement of veins and veinlets in a lamina. Question 29. Adenine adenine uracil guanine codes for the यानी कि AUG are made for methionine or if methionine. Question number 30. The cell organelles involved in the glycosylation of protein is endoplasmic reticulum. Question number 31. A plant is heterozygous for tallness. Capital T small t. The possibility of small t gametes fertilizing either capital T or a small t is 1 by 20-50% chance. Question 32. Lysosomes are the reservoirs and storehouse of hydrolytic enzymes. Question 33. In bryophytes, anthrozoids are biflagellate. Question 34. Identify the wrong statements regarding post-fertilization development. The outer integument of the ovules develops into a tegumen. This is wrong, but the ovary wall develops into the pericarp. Correct है. The fusion nucleus in triple nucleus develops into endosperm. The ovule develops into seed. Question 35. The role of bacteria in carbon cycle is decomposition of organic compounds. यानी कि बॉटनी का पार्ट यहाँ पर खत्म होता है। अब बात करते हैं यहाँ पर जूलॉजी की। जूलॉजी का सेक्शन ए। क्वेश्चन फर्स्ट. Which of the following statement is true regarding the role of acetylcholine in nerve physiology? It increases the selective permeability of the cell membrane. Question number second. The first line of defense is skin. Question number 3. Removal of calcium from freshly collected blood would prevent clotting. Question number 4. Read the given statement and select the correct option. Diaphragm, cervical caps and valves are made of rubber are inserted into the female reproductive tract to cover the cervix before coitus. ये correct है. But second, these are chemical barriers of the conceptions which are reusables. Chemical barriers नहीं है, हालांकि reusable तो हैं. Question 5. A fall in glomerular fertilization and GFR activates the JG cells to release renin. Question 6. The endometrium is found in uterus of mammals. Question 7. Which part of the human's brain controls the urge for eating and drinking? Forebrain. Question 8. The most common indicator organism that represents polluted water is E. coli. Question number 9. A DNA strand is directly involved in the synthesis of all of the following except protein synthesis. Question number 10. Lichens are ecologically important as they are pioneers of barren rocks. Question number 11. Which of the following is the closest relative of man, chimpanzee? Question number 12. What will happen if ligaments are cut or are broken? Bones will become unfixed. Question number 13. Biogas contains 50% to 70% methane. 50 to 70% are methane, okay? Question number 14. If both ovaries are removed from the rat, the concentrations of which hormone is decreased in blood? Estrogen. Question 15. In the human body, which one of the following is anatomically correct? Floating wrist two pairs. Correct. Question number 16. The mammary gland is a modification of sweat gland. Question number 17. The main functions of lacteals in the human small intestine is the absorption of fatty acids and glycerol. Question number 18. When you hold your breath, which of the following gas changes in blood would first lead to the urge to breathe? Rising CO2 concentration. Question number 19. Which type of mouth part is present on the lateral side of the pre-oral cavity in cockroach, mandibles and first maxillae? Question number 20. Which is the optimum temperature range for the functioning of enzyme 30 to 50 degrees centigrade? Question number 21. Afferent nerve fibers carry impulses from the receptors to central nervous system. Question 22. The alveolar epithelium in the lungs is non-ciliated squamous. Question 23. Which one of the following is the incorrect statement for the respirations in humans? Cigarette smoking may lead to inflammations of bronchi. Correct है. Neural signals from pneumotaxic center in Pons regions of brain can increase the respiratory rate. ये correct है. Workers in grinding and stone breaking industries may suffer from lungs fibrosis. करेक्ट है, यानी कि सिलिकोसिस डिसीज होती है इससे. क्वेश्चन 24. Eutrophication is caused by sewage and agricultural fertilizers. Question 25. An antiviral chemicals produced by the animal cell is interferon. Question 26. Antibodies are also called immunoglobulins. Question 27. What led to the formations of rivers, lakes, seas, and oceans? Decrease in earth temperatures, condensations of steam into water, and formations of rain, accumulations of water, and all of these are covered. Question 28. Pacemaker influences heartbeat rate. Question 29. Choose the correct pair. Apiculture for honeybee. क्वेश्चन 30. ये डायरेक्ट एनसीईआरटी का डायग्राम जो दिया है, जो यहाँ पर बी रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है, बी रिप्रेजेंट करता है डेजर्ट को और सी रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है ट्रॉपिकल फॉरेस्ट को और ए रिप्रेजेंट करता है आर्कटिक टुंड्रा को. डेजर्ट, फिर ग्रासलैंड, ट्रॉपिकल फॉरेस्ट, टेम्परेट फॉरेस्ट, कॉनिफरस फॉरेस्ट, उसके बाद आर्कटिक एंड एल्पाइन टुंड्रा. क्वेश्चन 31. Pristis and carcharodons are fishes. Question 32. Select the incorrectly matched pair. Amoeboid protozoans have silica cells in marine forms. ये correct है, but flagellated protozoans have infectious spore-like stage. No. Ciliated protozoans have a gullet that opens to the outside. Character sporozoans are endoparasites. Question number 33. Which one of the following animals is correctly matched with its one characteristics and the taxons? Platypus oviparous mammalia. Question number 34. Find out the wrong statements. Okay. Whiskey is obtained by distillations. Correct है. Beer is obtained from the fermented grains of barley. Correct है. Wine and beer are produced without distillations. Correct है. But D की बात करते हैं. Beer is not alcoholic liquors. Question number 35. The type of muscles fiber present in the wall of an alimentary canal is a smooth muscles fiber. ये करेक्ट है. और इस प्रकार आपका सेक्शन ए खत्म होता है. बात करते हैं सेक्शन बी की जूलॉजी में. 15 क्वेश्चन होंगे इसमें. Contraception and answer the direct thereafter. Okay. MTP during the first trimester is generally safe. No. First trimesters. हाँ करेक्ट है. Generally chances of the conceptions are nil until the mother breastfeeding the infant for up to 2 years. No, this is wrong. Intrauterine devices like copper T are effective contraceptives. Correct है. Emergency contraceptive pills may be taken up to 1 week after coitus to prevent conception. No, this is wrong. यानी कि second and fourth are wrong. Question number second. Find out the incorrect pair. Bowman's capsule ग्लूमेटोल फिल्ट्रेशन करता है. PCT एब्जॉर्प्शन ऑफ सोडियम पोटेशियम पंप. फिर उसके बाद DCT एब्जॉर्प्शन ऑफ ग्लूकोज. नो. ये करता है सेलेक्टिव सिक्रेशंस एंड रीएब्जॉर्प्शन. Question number third. If the total amount of adenine and thymine in a double strand's DNA is 60%, then the amount of guanine in this DNA will be 20%. Question number 4. Convergent evolutions is illustrated by the dogfish and whale. Question number 5. Contractile vacuoles of amoeba placed in salt water will disappear. Question number 6. The pre-erythrocytic phase in malaria involves which of the following infections of liver? Question number 7. Pituitary gland is divided into lobes, 2 lobes. Question number 8. Pneumotaxic center which can moderate the functions of the respiratory rhythm center is present at Pons region of brains. Question number 9. What is true about Nereis, scorpion, cockroach and silverfish? They all possess a dorsal heart. Question number 10. Mostly marine and photosynthetic appear yellow, green, brown, blue or are red depending on the main pigment present in their cells. Okay, has 2 flagella lying perpendicular to each other. First के लिए correct है. Question number 11. Growth hormone is also called as STH, somatotrophic hormone. Question number 12. If a color-blind woman marries a normal visioned man, their sons will be one यानी कि all color blind. सारे के सारे color blind होंगे. Question 13. Which of the following is a source of energy for muscles contractions? ATP. Question 14. The embryo of man is protected by amniotic cavity. क्वेश्चन 15, ब्लड ग्रुप AB हैज़ नो एंटीबॉडी। इस प्रकार आपके 100 क्वेश्चन कंप्लीट होते हैं। आई होप आप लोगों को वीडियो पसंद आई होगी, तो प्लीज़ वीडियो को ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लाइक एंड शेयर करें और प्लीज़ आप लोग चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करके रखें। और चैनल जिन लोगों ने नहीं सब्सक्राइब किया प्लीज़ आप लोग चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लें। हालांकि मैं कोशिश करूंगा कि मैं पर डे एक वीडियो को अपलोड करता हूं। और ये न्यू पैटर्न है। इससे पहले मैंने एक जो टेस्ट अपलोड किया था वो 4th नंबर का था और मैंने गलती से उस पर 1 डाल दिया था। और ये जो है ये फर्स्ट नंबर का है। तो थैंक्स वॉच फॉर दिस वीडियो और मिलते हैं जल्द ही एक अगली वीडियो के साथ। थैंक यू सो मच।